Salima with Selene Moon Goddess Tarot here with another pick a card reading. I hope everyone is doing well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I wanted to thank everybody personally, really, for subscribing. We're up to 150, which I'm really excited about. So I hope I'm thinking about trying to do maybe like a reading giveaway to get to 200. So we'll see. If I do, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post, and I'll post about it if I decide to do something like that. Okay. If I am open for personal readings, you can check out my site, selenetarot.com, and prices are there. A little bit about myself, a little bio there. And then shoot me an email, though, if there's a subject, that you would like a reading on and you're just kind of unsure, like the website doesn't really cover, your question or what you're thinking of. Just shoot me an email and I'm happy to correspond with you. All right, so we're going to do feelings and fantasies again because it's February and who doesn't like a spicy reading? And I kind of like doing these readings. They're not low vibrational, like if you're trying to raise your vibration, because, sexuality is part of who we are, right? Sorry, I got my dogs in here with me and they're nosy. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what I was saying. I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. I was saying, yeah, that, everything that's going on in the world, I figured, a nice grounded sexual reading is not a bad thing at all. So, all right, so we're going to do two piles. We have the Tarot of the Ruins. Did I say three? Two piles. I was going to do three, and then I had to re-record because I messed up somewhere. But we're going to do two piles. So we're going to do the Tarot of the Ruins, which is kind of like a nautical theme, and then we're going to do the Rebel Heart Tarot, which is kind of like photo montages kind of put together, kind of contemporary art. And then I have my two decks here that I kind of wrote myself. One is a spicy messages, and the other is the feelings part. Okay, so each pile will get some of those. So if you're new here and you've never done a pick a card reading like this, basically you would pause it here, go to the description box, and hit the timestamp of the pile that you choose. I'll put them down there. And kind of go with it and see what it says. Now, these are general readings. They're timeless. They are a snapshot of the situation here with your person. I'm going to use the tarot to do like a kind of snapshot of what's going on, the energy and the connection, whether it's a talking connection that you guys are in communication or one where you're not in communication, or it's a crush of yours that you guys kind of know your crushes, but nobody talks about it. Or you guys are super crushing on each other and just you're really interested in the behind the scenes stuff that's going on that people kind of tend to not want to share. So pause it and I will see you at your reading. All right, pile one, here you are. Okay, let's get a little snapshot of what is going on with you and your person, and then we'll get to those feelings and fantasies. Okay, pile one, this person, please. I like to have the cards kind of come out when the way they want. Everybody has a different. I've seen tarot readers spread them all out and pick them, or shuffle and then pick them. Okay, so this is the first one that came out. So that's the Two of Cups, Four of Pentacles. And I apologize for my auto focus. It's better to have it, and unfortunately it goes in and out. So please feel free to just like minimize the screen and just listen to me if you want. And also, if I'm taking too long to get to the nitty-gritty, you can fast forward. Or if you hit the little, like tap the video and then on your upper left, there's a little gear icon. You can speed up my speech. So you could do that too. All right. Okay, so We have the Two of Cups, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Two of Swords. So, already getting the vibe that this is a connection that either had a false start, so an acknowledgement that there is some chemistry between you two. Um, the Two of Cups, this is such a cute card. Right there. Two of Cups. Yeah, so like an acknowledgement that, yeah, there's chemistry. I really would love a connection with you. Not sure what happened here. We have the Four of Pentacles. So either somebody pulled back, somebody decided, wait, this seems like it might, oh God, the autocorrect, sorry. This feels uncomfortable. Maybe somebody has avoidant attachment issues and they pulled away. This created a lot of sadness for whoever got pulled away from with the Five Pentacles. Or they're now, or the person, if you're pile one, you're the one that said, hey, listen, you're going to ghost me, then you can just fuck right off and I'll see you in another lifetime. That might have left your person, feeling like they got left out on the cold, ignored. It could have been they were trying to work some things out, they pulled back, or felt like, they felt like there was going to be some kind of loss if they pursued this connection. So perhaps this person has another relationship, or you have another relationship, or it is an issue where a job is at stake if you guys did get together, or families wouldn't approve, or something like that. That was the reason for pulling back in the first place. There is this energy of moving in a direction of like with the Six of Swords, it's a moving in the direction of better waters. One of the things I like about this card is that it doesn't, swords in tarot represent the intellect and the mind, and sometimes can represent worry and anxiety. And with the Six of Swords, the swords are still in the boat, like he's going to better waters, but the boat still has the swords in there. So it's almost kind of like, you know what, shit really sucks right now and I can't fix it. I don't know how to fix it, but I'm going to go towards what makes me happy, is pretty much, how I see this card in tarot. And, with the Two of Swords, though, it could speak of the same kind of energy of just not knowing what the outcome is going to be, but trying to push forward anyway, and seeking insight for that. Because with the Two of Swords, sometimes people say this is a stalemate, not able to make a decision. But I think it's one of the cards of intuition. Like, the girl is blindfolded, but she's protecting herself with the Two of Swords there. And so not trusting completely, kind of closing her eyes and saying, I'm just going to kind of trust, but not trust, right? Like, she's trusting in the fact that she's blindfolded, but still, so maybe trusting with her heart. A lot of people have a difficult time navigating life by using their heart. We all want to use our intellect. We want to think things through. We don't want, we lose quickly the childlike spirit that we have when we were children, when we were like, reckless abandon, like, oh, I've never done that before. Let's go for it. The kind of attitude that all kids have, really. And then like a lot of fairy tales and movies, we lose that, and we forget that we can still access that, and actually accessing that and doing that in our life actually will bring a lot of happiness. But it's letting go that can be very difficult. It's finding that inner child. And let's not even go into like if your inner child is wounded, and you've got the anxious avoidant issues going on, there was trauma there. There was something there where that child did not have their emotional needs met. And instead of chasing anyone that would give them attention that the anxious attachment person would do, they held back and took care of themselves. And that's where their security lies, is knowing the fact that they have the logic and intellect to take care of themselves emotionally. So the idea of giving their heart out is terrifying, to say the least. So just like with someone with anxious attachment, being abandoned is terrifying. So yeah, so let's get more. Well, let's get some advice, or let's see what outcome we got going on here, and then we'll get into the thoughts and fantasies. So this is a situation, Spirit. What is the outcome for pile one? Or advice, please, Spirit. Mm-hmm. Okay. Advice or outcome, please, Spirit. Ay, ay, ay. Sounds like we're going to be getting some advice, is what we're going to be having. Interesting. We have the Five of Swords falling under the Five of Pentacles. All right, two more cards, please. Okay, we got three more cards. Four more cards. All right. Probably because there's more than just, I think you're getting both. I think you're getting both advice and you're getting outcome here. So interesting. All right, so let's see if I can fit this all in. Page of Cups, Death, and we'll just put this here. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands, which is an energy of being defensive, feeling alone, feeling like you have to protect yourself. I think your person is aware that if they were to come back to seek some justice for you and apologize, they if they haven't done that, because I think that is something that's on their mind and something they want to do, they're afraid that you're going to be defensive and prickly about it, like maybe not even want to entertain them anymore. You might have gave them a piece of your mind or something, but with the Three of Swords here, this really broke your heart, and it's falling under the pulling back of the Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Five of Swords, which is interesting because it tells of not a story that is unfinished, a battle, not won, or a battle won, but a war still continuing on. So I think your person understands that this is a deep connection and a connection that might be even a soul connection. And soul connections are different than regular chemistry connections that like people on dating apps or, superficial, met someone at the bar kind of thing, that are more casual. These connections are like an acknowledgement that this person. Somehow this person like the back of your hand, and you've only met them once, right? Or twice. And you have this equal understanding with each other. And that can really freak people out. I mean, that I know the first time that I experienced it, it freaked me out. I mean, adrenaline pumping and everything. Like, I was just like, this is fucking weird. And I did want to run away. I was like, but knowing me, I'm a Scorpio, and I'm like, let's go for it. Anyway, that gets me in trouble. But so I think that your person understands the gravity of how they have hurt you. Understanding that just an apology here, an acknowledgement that they hurt you isn't enough, that they're going to have to put some work in. And you have the Page of Cups here showing that they're going to have to offer you something, an early offering of love, a reassurance of love, a jumping off the cliff and saying, I don't know how this is going to turn out, with this Two of Swords energy, but with the Page of Cups saying, I'm going to still offer my cup. There might be a time of transition here because we have the Death card and then we have the Four of Swords. So there might be a time of silence between you. So I'm imagining, let's say, a couple, you both talk and recognize that there was hurt here done. and there's perhaps forgiveness. Death is a transformation. You could be a Scorpio too, but it is about like a transition, a new season, a new, going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. And then immediately there's the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is usually a card about taking a time out to pray, seek spiritual guidance alone, typically. I don't feel that, I feel like it's going to be a mutual thing of silence or a mutual, like, damn, that was a lot. Like, kind of almost a time to catch your breath a little bit. And then we end with the Queen of Pentacles. And my intuition is telling me that they see you as their grounded queen. And this is just energy. It's not written in stone, or I should say it's not gender based. It is energy based. And so they see you as a grounded, creative, fertile, and when I say fertile, I mean like you're a bedrock of ideas, of being. You might also be very intuitive. You might be very into like gardening or art, or you might have a lot of animals that you take care of or something of that nature. They see you as somebody that they can build with. And I think when it's all said and done, like if we kept going, I wouldn't be surprised if the King of Pentacles pops out. But I'm going to leave it there. Okay. But I think that overall your person does regret not be, does regret pulling back. Feels as though you are the Queen of Pentacles. They want to come towards you. They are afraid to because they think that you're not going to really be receptive to them. But let's see. Let's see what other thoughts we have going on here. Okay. So let's start with the thoughts, the emotional secret thoughts for your person. Let's see. I have these. They're kind of all mixed up, but let's do another shuffle. Okay. Pile one person's thoughts, please. That's a lot. Hold on. All right, we'll keep those. All right. Could I make you happy? All right. So that speaks to a little bit of the insecurity that we're seeing here about the Two of Swords and then the Seven of Wands and the Three of Swords. Tell me how you feel. And I think they want to know whether you would even be open to entertain an apology. I want to kiss you. That's sweet. I didn't know what I was missing until I found you. All right, so there's an acknowledgement of that Two of Cups. The acknowledgement that you're something different that they've never ever experienced before. Please don't walk away. I have never met someone like you. I am confused right now. What did I tell you? They're trying to figure out, like, should I go towards pile one? Are they going to cut my head off? I don't know what to do. I know that I messed up, but I don't know how to fix this. Okay. Let's get a couple more. I'd love to get to know you. So confirming this is kind of like a new connection. Oh my God, that's so sweet. I want to shower you with affection. They feel bad. I wish that I can tell you how I feel. Please forgive me. What did I say? Please forgive me. Yeah, they feel really bad. They know they fucked up. They know they fucked up. Oh, okay. So let's see. Let's see what the spicy fantasies are, because the Two of Cups, that's also chemistry. Sexual chemistry. Ooh, I dropped some cards. Sorry. All right. So let's see now. Because it's a new connection, I don't want you to get. There's some freaky things in here. I don't want you to get like all weirded out when you see this person, because this is a snapshot. This doesn't mean it's forever. It doesn't mean it has to go this way for this person, hell or high water. So, as far as their fantasies. So, just keep that in mind. Okay, pile one? All right. So, what are pile one's person's sexual fantasies? All right. Can I call you? That's not so sexy, but phone calls can be sexy, right? You give me butterflies. I think this is my sexy deck. Let's see. I thought this was my sexy deck. Maybe I'm not getting sexy cards because, hold on, let me double check something. Ugh. Dang it all to hell. These are more thought cards. All right, well, I'm not going to leave you empty handed, okay, with the fantasies part. I have a very spicy tarot deck. And hopefully I don't get canceled for this. I have gotten a couple of videos taken down. Not a couple. Well, maybe a couple. Okay, so these are spicy cards. They have naked people on them, so hopefully we can get by here. All right. What are the fantasies for pile one's person? Fantasies for pile one's person. Okay, so. Okay, so right off the bat, they definitely want to see you. They would love to see you like either skinny dipping or in the shower. Uh, they think your skin is beautiful, your complexion's beautiful. They want to just sit and appreciate you. They want to cater to you. They want to make you feel good. They want to be the one that pleasures you. They have a lot of pent up lust for you, for sure. So when you guys met, there was some sparks for sure. There was some sparks. There was acknowledgement there. They want to feed you. So using food is something that they kind of have fantasized about. Maybe playing footsies under the table at the restaurant, or touching each other under the table at a restaurant. They want to see you pleasure yourself. They would like that. That's something that would really turn them on. They think that your behind is very, very sexy. So any kind of cowgirl position, front or back, would be something they definitely want. with you. If you're well endowed in the chest area, uh, if you are female, pile one, they definitely love that and would love to worship that part of you. That might be a kink for them. Okay, so tell me, I mean, this might be a little uncomfortable, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think they would like to just have you lay down and them undress you. Maybe take you out, of course, with consent, right? Take you out, but, buy you a few drinks, come home, get in bed, help you get undressed, all of that. They want to do the jacuzzi thing with you. Um, they would not care if you're a female. They wouldn't care if you were on your cycle or not. They would get in it or do whatever. They would eat it. It doesn't matter. They are all about it. They they really see that you are just, there's no wrong you can do. There's nothing they wouldn't do for you. And your person is well endowed. Um, Now, if they're not well endowed, I don't know if you know that or not, but if they're not, they are willing to please you using toys, anything that you would like in the bedroom, and like I don't know why some men have problems with toys. I mean, it really is like your friend in the game that you can tag team. I mean, like, honestly, no man should be intimidated by a toy. They're never going to live up to a toy, right? So you might as well just like, hey, make it your homie and have it be part of the whole experience, I think, anyway. All right, let's see what else. They love also that's they something that they find very sexy about you, which is interesting here, is your independence. So you might not be a needy person. Um, and the Queen of Pentacles that we saw earlier is not a needy queen at all. Like she's very, very confident in herself and is able to, um, work and live independently from the king. So your sexiness is definitely something. Your sexiness, your independence is something that they really find sexy about you. What else? I think that they wouldn't mind having of like if someone caught you guys, um, or let's say you guys are in the throw of things and a window is open or neighbors could hear, they would not mind that at all. I don't think. Okay, last one. Oh, I like this one. They definitely feel like your legs are very sexy. Your hair is very sexy. They want to run their fingers through your hair. But this cute couple is just kind of like sitting in the park, legs tangled and just talking, which I think is awesome. Bottom of the deck. Ay, ay, ay. I can't really show you. But they're all butt naked and it's the sun card. And that is pretty much the best card that you can get in tarot. It is like wish fulfillment. It is, you know, reminds me of that old song what's that song that goes, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. That one. It's kind of like that. It makes me feel like that one every time I see that card. But yeah, I mean, they feel like that. And that's probably why this, connection scared them so much in the beginning is that, you know, uh, when you find someone, encounter someone in the physical that you have that much connection towards, it, and no one really anticipates to find someone that they connect on all levels with. And it's a scary thing. So keep that in mind when you consider whether you're going to, entertain this or not if they come to you to apologize. And we'll see. We'll see what happens, okay? You have free will. You're not obligated to do anything. Um, First and foremost, love yourself. And after that, then you can have a clearer mind and a clearer heart in order to decide what you might want to do with this if this person comes forward. So, again, apologies for the wrong deck. I have to look for that other one. I don't know where it went, but this one worked just as fine. And I hope that you're not disappointed. But please come back and I will see you next time. Take care. Well, pile two. Thank you for joining me here at your reading. I have some good and I have some bad news. The bad news is that the message deck that I thought was for fantasies turned out to not be for fantasies. I should have checked it beforehand. And so, in replacement for the fantasy sexual part, I'm going to be using this deck, which is called the Sexual Magic Tarot, I believe is what it's called, okay? So, which is kind of cool because it's not, I mean, I'm going to be using tarot and intuition and whatever comes my way for your fantasy part. So let's get started. We're going to get a little snapshot of what's going on with this connection and then go from there, okay? All right, pile two. I was so bummed about that. I'm like, God damn it, Selena, really? Okay. Pile two. Ooh, starting off with the Four of Wands. My goodness. Okay. Ten of Wands. What? All right, let's keep going. Yikes, that's my... Okay. Let's see what that is. Ooh. Two of Swords. Okay, well, fuck. All right, well, first of all, your person thinks you are the bee's knees. They are in love with you. They see a future with you. We have the Four of Wands, which is, you know, one of those cards that sometimes tarot readers will say it's like the twin flame card or the 1111 card. But it talks about the joining together of families. Sometimes it could be the wedding card. But they see you as someone who is solid, who has been through a lot in your life. I think that you have had a lot of, or currently have a lot of things in your life that are going on. You could be a single mom or just have, you know, be going through some financial, you know, issues, or you have family issues, or you're the kind of the point person for the family. But they feel like you handle that with so much elegance and grace and integrity. The Ten of Cups is, I mean, almost as good as the Sun, in my opinion, but it is a follow-up card really to the Four of Wands, right? It's after the wedding. It's having the children, having the family. It's coming together with your soul tribe and, you know, friends that you've had for so many years, and coming together and having dinners and union of that part of life, the journey of life, being emotionally completely fulfilled. Now, the energy I'm a little curious about is the Two of Swords, because that means that there is something that is causing pause in this connection. And it could be that it started completely strong, like maybe we're talking about like a false start, like you guys started out like strong as fuck. Well, you could have maybe gotten together, it was a one night stand, and you felt like, oh my God, I think I found my person, and then someone pulled back. There's hesitation here with the Two of Swords. And then we have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is not the warmest king out of the four of them. He's the using his logic, using truth, using not looking at his heart to make decisions. And then we have the Nine of Cups. So I almost feel like your person turned their back on this connection because they felt like they should be already satisfied with what they have. even though you are really everything that they've hoped for. And I don't think that they imagined that there was more outside of this Nine of Cups. Um, yeah, that seems pretty straightforward with that. Let's get some more, please. We have the Eight of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you. And then we have the Nine of Swords. So really staying up late at night and stressing out. So I think they're realizing that, their emotional fulfillment has done nothing but decrease since they pulled away with the Two of Swords, because we had the Ten of Cups and then the Nine of Cups and then the Eight of Cups. And the nine of Swords. I don't think that they thought it. I think they thought it was they would not be phased by not communicating anymore. And I think the opposite is true. And that's what they're learning, is that the opposite is true. We have the King of Pentacles. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if you two are like pile one and pile two are the opposite persons. Like pile one, this is the rest of your person's reading, or vice versa, something like that. Because we had the Two of Swords in that reading. We also had the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So the King of Pentacles is a more grounded king. He is more grounded when it comes to in relation to the King of Swords. So there's been some revelation that it's not, gender is not really, whoever the masculine is, whoever the other person is, this person who pulled away realized that doing that just brought more heartache for them, and that they hurt you in the process. I know that they feel like they probably messed up big time. Tell us more, please, Spirit. The Chariot. Okay. So that's new energy. That's energy that is swift and brave. Having been through a battle and learning from that battle and going into other battles that with that wisdom, that being brave, conquering the beast. Okay. And so we have the Page of Pentacles and then the Nine of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, so they have been really depressed since they let you go. And I'm sure you have too. I mean, I don't know if they gave you any kind of truth about why. Maybe that's why the King of Swords is here. Like, did they give you truth behind why they were pulling away? But the Page of Pentacles is an offering. It's a young offering. It's a offering that does not have the energy of the Chariot. The Chariot is the revelation that, life is not better without you. The revelation that they made the biggest mistake and they should have gone towards what makes them happy. That wish fulfillment that they found in you. And the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. They're going to come back with their, with signs that, like, you might see them and they look different. They look like they aged a bit, or they have gray hairs, a little bit more gray hairs now, or or they look like they're tired or something. Like, you might be able to tell that they have been through it when you do see them again. Kind of reflecting this Three of Swords heartbreak energy. Let's get a couple more. Any more for pile two, this person? Get these two. Okay. All right. So they're trying to manifest coming back to you in a surprising way. With the we have the Magician, and then we have the Seven of Swords. So they're going to try to come back in a way that is, I'm not sure if they're afraid that you might not listen to them, but they want to come back and make things right. Maybe be a little sneaky about it. Maybe if you blocked them, maybe they opened up an account to kind of like eavesdrop on you, to try to maybe send you a DM, or, just say, hey, you know, it's not Mr. Apples, it's really me, pile to your person that I stopped talking to you. Remember me? That kind of thing. So there is some kind of secret that and the secret really is not a secret anymore, right? Like if you're watching this reading, the secret would be that they are in love with you. That leaving you did not do anything other than break their heart and break your heart. And they understand that now. And they want something solid with you. There's a lot of regret that I feel from these cards for sure. All right. Okay, so that's the snapshot. And now let's take a look and see what thoughts. We'll do thoughts first. Secret thoughts of this person. How to this person's secret thoughts. When I look at the moon, I think of you. Will you take me back? Well, see, there you go. That's confirmation that there was a break off. I miss us. Please call. So maybe you did block them. Can we fix this? Oh, lots of regret. Oh, remember I was telling you, he was afraid of that you'd reject them. I worry you will reject me. Okay. Let's get a few more. Do you still think of me? My emotions run deep for you. Oh, I bet they do. I bet they do. With that Three of Swords, I mean, we came out so strong with the Four of Wands, and then the Ten of Pentacles. I daydream about making love to you. Oh, that's spicy. Do you forgive me? You turn me on. Okay, so maybe that's why we had a lot of wands, because, wands are all about passion. Oh, can we meet? All right, they're just saying it all. Asking you out again all at once. Okay. All right. So clearly, forgiveness, wanting you to take them back, definitely tying in some sexual chemistry here that's already there. Okay, so now let's get into the sexual magic tarot here and get some sexual fantasies. These cards I will not be bringing up to the camera because, well, they're spicy, right? All right. This card I can show you. This card will always remind me of Edgar Allan Poe. I have a tarot deck in that theme, and there is a scene where he's writing, and it's at night, thinking of his beloved. And I think one of the things that they've daydreamed about is that you're going to find someone else. You see these people in the back here, that you're going to leave them, you're going to find someone else, and it's caused a lot of heartbreak for them. And they've like thought of ways to write you and keep tearing it up. So typing out text messages and then deleting, or emails and then deleting them. They've done a lot of that, which really ties in the Three of Swords energy that we had. All right, so there we have a sexy scene of like so public affection. They like to show like PDA. They love to they would love to have you like play around with your feet under the table, put your feet in certain areas or more than just your feet. But do so in public is something that would definitely turn them on. They want to worship you. They love your body. They think your body is beautiful. Or if they haven't seen your body, they imagine that it would be beautiful to see. And they want to feed you, and they want to indulge in you like they would a dessert. They want to just completely drink you in. Um, when you think of like when it says you turn me on over here, or I daydream about making love to you, that's what I mean. Like they want, yeah, like the kind of sex that they daydream about. Even if you were like stinky from the gym, that would be even more of a turn on, I think, for this person. I feel like they think that they might have to. So, sneaking away. So, let's say you guys work together or go to school or something like that, college. They imagine sneaking off in some place where nobody can find you guys and making out. Um, so, a little bit of exhibitionist behavior, having sex outside, having sex standing up, having sex standing up where people wouldn't notice that that's what you're doing. And they love the chase. I think even though, of course, I think they know that they've made a mistake in breaking the connection off. In general, the pursuit of you is exciting to them. The idea that they could hopefully get you back, and then shower you with all of the love and affection that they can even imagine is exciting to them. It is a turn on, and it feels like it's something that even like when time passes and let's say you guys do end up together, that will always be something they want to do. They'll always be the one that wants to look after you and take care of you. Hey, mamita, have you eaten today? Did you drink water? Do you want me to bring you lunch? Do you need me to do anything for you? You want me to go run that errand? That kind of energy. More fantasies, please, for Paltu's person. Okay, so they feel like lingerie is something that would be a turn on. Now, people have different opinions about lingerie. Like, I know women have different feelings about it. Like, we want something comfortable. And a lot of lingerie that men find appealing is really not comfortable. But in this picture, she just has some simple knee highs and a bra that seems like it would be comfortable. So I think that they wouldn't want it's not about it being a specific type of lingerie, but that you being in your underwear and them being able to, or like them catching you in the middle of changing, that kind of energy, and having spontaneous sex doing that. So I was saying earlier about like having, not caring if people, or I should say, having sex outside, right? So they wouldn't mind it if someone was watching either. They would want other, they would want the neighbors to hear. They wouldn't be embarrassed at all. In fact, that they would be proud to for you to be showing pleasure or other people eavesdropping on the pleasure that they're providing you, if that makes sense. A person's a little cocky in that way. So I don't know. Maybe you guys have had a sexual relationship and they have some clout there. Um, they want to make slow love to you. Like they want to take their time, make sure that you uh, finish first. Um, they don't have a times table. Like they're not in a rush to have their O at all. They are a pleaser in the bedroom, so there's somebody who gets satisfaction and pleasure out of pleasing their partner. Okay, let's get a couple more. Okay. Okay, didn't expect that. All right, you got two sevens here. Might be significant. But I think that you being a little bit of a dominatrix is something that they have flirted with in their mind. That even though they're in the doghouse, they feel a little excited about, like, remember we were talking about the chase, being looked at in good eyes again by you is really, really exciting for them. So if, it, the makeup and breakup, the breakup part, they would suffer for the makeup part, if that makes sense. Yeah, they definitely want to, they want, okay, so I don't know why I get embarrassed. So let me see how I can say it. So lots of water. Uh, if you are somebody with the ability to give a lot of water, if you know what I mean, that is something that is exciting to them. They daydream about that, but they would lose their shit. Yeah, they would lose their mind. I think they would not be able to. They'd definitely be premature about it, if you know what I mean. If that is something that you can do, not everybody can, but some people can. I think tying you up is something that gets them kind of turned on in a nice way, in a consensual way. A little bit of a little wrist restraint situation, maybe your feet, restraints. But moreover, I think that they would love to see you pleasure yourself, and they would study it. Like if they saw that, if you gave them the honor of watching you, they would make sure they would be like taking notes so that they can give you that kind of pleasure themselves. Know how to touch you, right? Um, yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the vibe here. It's kind of very. It's even though it's very like intense. It's very romantic. It is very kind of like dark gothic feeling to it. Like you know, uh, other people watching, the willing to have an argument or have you be displeased with them in order to make up. And this eager young energy to always want to please you, I think, is adorable. So, all right, well, pile two, I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And let me know what you think about using a deck, a tarot deck for the fantasy part versus the message cards. Because I guess if I can't find that other deck, I might have to make another one. which I don't mind because, of course, they'll be used. Um, but if you guys don't mind, this tarot deck, then I'm happy to use this too. So let me know in the comments, okay? All right. Thank you so much for coming by. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I post. And again, I am open for private readings, SeleneTarot.com. And I will see you next time. Bye, pile 2.